අපි දැනට කරගෙන තියෙන දේවල් ගැන විතරක් බැලුවොත් හරිද? එකක් ඇවිල්ලා අපේ ව්‍යවස්ථාව අපි සාකච්ඡා කරගෙන යනවා කරලා තියෙන හුඟක් අය එක ඒක සම්පූර්ණ කරලා ඒක අපි ඊට පස්සේ ඒක රජයට බාර දීලා ඒක ඉන්ද්‍රියට එතනින් ගෙනියන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. ඉතින් මම ගිය පාරත් ඒක කිව්වා. හැබැයි ඒක ලේසි කරුණක් නෙමෙයි. හදිස්සියෙන්ම කරන්න පුළුවන් දෙයක්වත් නෙමෙයි. මොකද හුඟක් අය ඒක සාකච්ඡා කරන්න තියෙන නිසා එක එක අයට එක එක අදහස් තියෙනවා ඒ පිළිබඳව. ඉතින් ඒ ඔක්කොම අදහස් කිරලා බලලා අපි කොහොම හරි ක්‍රිකට් වල හොඳ පාලනයක් යහ පාලනයක් පිරිසිදු පාලනයක් ඇති කරන ක්‍රමවිදියක් තමයි ව්‍යවස්ථාව කියලා කියන්නේ. ඉතින් අපි එතනට ඒක කරගෙන යනවා. ඊට පස්සේ අපි ICC එකත් එක්ක තියෙන සාකච්ඡාවත් දිගින් දිගටම කරගෙන යනවා. ICC එකේ ඔබතුමාලා දන්නවා ඒගොල්ලන්ට ඕනේ ඉක්මනටම අපේ මේ වැඩපිළිවෙල ඉක්මන් කරන්න. ඉක්මන් කරලා ඊට පස්සේ මේ වැඩපිළිවෙල හරහා ව්‍යවස්ථාවක් ගෙනව නම් ගෙනල්ලා ඊට පස්සේ ඒක හරහා කරන්න තියෙන පත්වීම් ඒ විදිහට කරලා අලුත් මණ්ඩලයක් ස්ථාපිත කරලා ක්‍රිකට් එකේ වැඩපිළිවෙල ඉදිරියට ගෙනියන්නේ. ඒක ICC එක පැත්තෙන් ඒක ඒ සාකච්ඡාව ICC එකයි අපි අතරේ යනවා. ඒත් එක පැත්තකින් ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ ව්‍යවස්ථාවයි ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ ප්‍රතිපත්ති තියෙනවා. අනිත් පැත්තෙන් ඕනම රටක ඒ රටේ නීති රීතිත් තියෙනවා. ඉතින් ඒ නීති රීති එකට බලලා තමයි අපි අපේ වැඩපිළිවෙල හදාගෙන යන්නේ. ඊට පස්සේ මේක හැඳින්වීමක් හැටියට මම මේක කියන්නේ. ඊට පස්සේ අපිට සාකච්ඡා කරන්න පුළුවන්. හැම අහන්න කැමති දේවල් අහන්න අවස්ථාවක් දෙනවා. ඊට පස්සේ සිදත් වෙත්තමුණි මැතිතුමා මේව ගැන හුඟක් දීර්ඝව කතා කරයි. අපි මේ කෙටි කාලය තුලදී අපි දන්නවනේ අපේ ක්‍රීඩකයින්ව අපි කොන්ට්‍රැක්ට් කරනවා. ඒක අපි කරලා තිනවා. ඒකේ විශේෂයකට තියෙන්නේ අලුත් ක්‍රීඩකයන් ගණනාවක්ම ඒකට අපි මේ පාර ඇතුළු කරලා තිනවා. ගණනක් හැටියට බැලුවොත් මම හිතන්නේ වෙනදාට වැඩිය වැඩි. ඊට පස්සේ සිලෙක්ෂන් පැනල්ස් වල වෙනස් වීම කරලා තිනවා. ඊට පස්සේ කාන්තා වැඩපිළිවෙල ඉදිරියට යනවා. under 19 එකත් යනවා. දැනුත් ක්‍රිකට් වැඩපිළිවෙල යනවා. ඊට පස්සේ ටුවර්ස් උත් එනවා. ඊට පස්සේ මේ කෝචස්ලාගේ අධ්‍යාපන වැඩපිළිවෙල ඒක මම කියන්න ඕනේ ප්‍රොවින්සස් වලයි දිස්ත්‍රික්ක වල ප්‍රධානත්වයෙන් වේගෙන යන දෙයක්. මම පුද්ගලිකව ගිහිල්ලා එක බැලුවා. මම හිතන්නේ හුඟක් හොඳයි ඒගොල්ලන් කරගෙන යන්නේ වැඩපිළිවෙල දිස්ත්‍රික්ක වලයි ප්‍රොවින්සස් වලයි. ඒක අපිට තව ශක්තිමත් කරන්න බලන්න ඕනේ. ඒකත් සිදු වෙගෙන යනවා. ඊට පස්සේ අනාගතයේදී අපේ මේ ඉන්දියන් ටීම් එක එනවා 2026 ටෙස්ට් මැචස් ගහන්න. ඊට පස්සේ අපි මූල්‍යමය කරුණු වලට මොකද අපි හුඟක්ම බලලා තියෙන්නේ පාලනය පිළිබඳව කරුණු තමයි. මූල්‍යමය කරුණු පිළිබඳව අපි පටන් අරගෙන තිනවා. නමුත් සෑහෙන දුරක් අපිට ගැන බලන්න සිදු වෙනවා. මුගක් දේවල් තියෙනවා එතන අපිට බලන්න සිදු වෙනවා. නමුත් ඒව ගැනත් අපිට සාකච්ඡා කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඉතින් මම මේක හැඳින්වීමක් හැටියට තමයි මේව සඳහන් කළේ. මම සිදත් වෙත්තමුණිට ආරාධනා කරනවා ක්‍රිකට් ගැන යමක් සඳහන් කළා. ඊට පස්සේ අපි විවෘත කරමු ප්‍රශ්නවලට.
Good afternoon. So I think as I mentioned in our last meeting, we were focusing on 3 areas. One being coaching, one being curating, and the other was the umpire standards. So we have addressed all three areas, and as far as umpiring is concerned, we are recruiting 2 umpire coaches who will help our first class coaches right down to school coaches, because we feel even in the schools the umpiring standards are pretty ordinary. They can be much better. So we are recruiting 2 internationally reputed umpires of our own to start a coaching program. We will also have an umpire manager who will manage all that, and they are starting work, I think, on the 1st of August. That's the umpiring. On the curating side, we have got a curator manager who will manage all our international grounds. They will go into club grounds, school grounds, whatever, and we will support even the schools if they need help with their wickets. Coaching is one of the key areas that I feel needs a lot of attention. We started a program, as I said, with the under-19 coaches, but we are also planning to get the support of Ashley Ross, who is an internationally reputed coach educator, to come and help us align from high performance to provincial to district coaches and give them that broad education which we need. We are working on a 2-year program, and I'm hoping that that will materialize soon, because that's one of the key areas, as far as I'm concerned, where we are really falling short. No fault of anybody, don't get me wrong. As I said, because of the cricket boom that took place, we were not in a position to keep pace with our coaching skills. When I mean by coaching skills, I'm not just meaning a certification. It's that overall knowledge where you know how to discuss with a student why he's doing something, why he shouldn't do something, etc., etc. So we are very keen and very excited. If Ashley Ross comes in, he will come in and maybe work out a 2-year program for us. He doesn't, the good thing today is, unlike in the good old days, all he needs to do is maybe come for a week, and then the rest he'll handle on Zoom or, WhatsApps, and, there are ways and means of communicating now. So, but we will start that. As you know, we brought in Alex Kunturi, who had just finished with the Aussies. He spent a week here looking at physical training, physio, medicinal structure, all that he looked at. And he has also supported us and realigned a lot of our physiotherapists, trainers, and whatever. And he will also work with us continuously. And again, unlike those days, he can work on Zoom. And he said once he is done, once or twice in the year maybe, the rest he can always do long distance. So those are the crucial areas that we are working on. And as you know, there's a lot of cricket. I'm told the selectors are finding new players coming in, which is exciting. Even I was, watching the other day, I saw this boy called Columbage for the first time. My gosh, I thought he's an exciting prospect, So we have the talent. What we are trying to do is make sure we have a process where we can nurture this talent and bring them into the mainstream. I've always felt we fall short between the age of 17 to 22. We are also thinking, and still not certain, but we are wondering whether we should bring our under 23 tournament to under 21. Reason being, it's still in discussion, reason being, a schoolboy, now we realize the schoolboy team that played, about 10 or 11 of those players fall off. They don't play school cricket anymore. But they are the guys we need to catch and make sure they are in our sights. So we feel the club under 23 may be playing too many senior oldish players, whereas they can get into the main side. But if we bring that tournament into an under 21 tournament, those players can actually play through, and then we'll find we can nurture those players from 18 to 21, keeping an eye on them from SLC. So that's something which is in discussion. We haven't finalized anything. We just talked about this just the other day because we felt we need to relook at that and see what we can do. Also, we are doing a lot vis-a-vis women's cricket, because women's cricket, as you can see, is growing very fast. But there are many aspects of that game which we are also, finding our way, like what do you call it? The disciplinary side, the management side, the protection side. There are so many. To be honest, I'm also just learning about a lot of those. But Roshan does a lot of work trying to find out from other countries what they do for player protection and nurturing them as being good players. So we are lucky we have Roshan and Kumar, who are a lot more with it than I am. I have to confess. And we are also looking at a new system called iHawk. Again, it's Kumar and Roshan who know that best. But it is a system where there is a better way of monitoring players, fast bowlers, and the game in general. So that's been done by Roshan and Kumar. I think we have done a lot in these 7 or 8 weeks. And we will continue to move as fast as we can till this new constitution is in place. And I hope whoever then comes in will continue with what we are doing, because we are looking at a 2-year sort of program to make sure that the game does not suffer. Our interest is just to make sure that the game does not suffer. As I said earlier, we have the talent. We have absolutely no doubt. Even our ladies, I'm told, are doing pretty well. So we just need to nurture them right through. Even for ladies cricket, that's what we are trying to look at. How to nurture them from 17 to 21 or so and make sure they are in our fold. So if you have any questions, I'm happy to respond.
We are ready for questions. Who wants to go first? Sadi, you can start.
Chairman, just brief us on, there have been reports that you met the President of the country and with the interim committee, with the transformation committee, and you had a discussion. Is there anything that we should know?
Yeah, there is really nothing that is secretive. And I need to make it absolutely clear that the Cricket Transformation Committee is completely independent of any political interference. And that principle is being upheld by us, and it's also being upheld by the government. It's not only the President, because you asked me, I can tell you. We've been meeting all the stakeholders, and some of the stakeholders are those who have held office here previously, and I have been meeting all of them, not all of them, most of them. Then some of the other stakeholders are political leaders of the country, and I have been meeting, most of them I have already met, and then of course met the President. So none of these events are media events as such. So if there is a picture in the media or something, then people know you've gone and kind of met them. So the meeting with the President was, we gave him an update of what we as a transformation committee are thinking. We gave him an update on the cricket side of what has been undertaken, like Siddharth just mentioned, and where we think that the road is for the future. Then we gave him an update also on the governance side, and we said that we are going to bring in the new constitution. We have drafted it, and we are going to hand it to them Because, as you know, if you are bringing a piece of legislation into Parliament, there are only two routes. One is it can be given to government and government can bring it. The other route is it has to be a private member's bill. Those are the only two routes in which how you pass a law in the country, in the parliamentary system. So we are giving it to government so that government can bring it in, and then a new law, a new constitution is actually adopted. So we briefed him basically on that as well. So the meeting yesterday was really about that.